Let them speak. Review patterns 1 to 35. Please repeat or answer. If you need help, turn on the captions or print PDF on the website. Captions only available on YouTube videos on the website. Doesn't she ever look lovely? If she asked you to sit down and have a drink with her, would you be surprised? Did she tell you that she would even pay for the drinks if you decided to sit down with her? Is she someone you've had the chance to meet before? Don't you wonder where it is that she lives? Do you find that long-distance relationships are hard to keep? I bet that it may be different with the woman you see sitting there. She must have some interest in you since she asked you to go out for drinks. You might as well give it a try and see how it turns out. Don't you wish you had more time to spend with her? Was she first introduced to you by someone you know? Do you think that you would have a lot to talk about with her? Even if you don't think you'll have a lot of things to talk about, I'm sure you'll find it easy to talk with her. It looks like she's been drinking wine. Is that what you enjoy drinking? Wouldn't you rather have red wine to drink? After having a few drinks, would you probably wind up asking her to dinner later that evening? Do you find it easier to talk to women while you're having a few drinks or having something to eat with them? What restaurant would you bring her to that you think she'll find romantic? What is it about you that you would think she would be interested in finding out? Don't you feel love in the air? Did you figure out whether the people holding hands there are all using their right hands? Can you tell which one of them is the man's hand? Do you have any idea if the photo is being taken by one of the people in the room? Would you have a hard time taking a selfie of a picture like that? Don't you find it hard to hold a phone that is only in one hand when taking a selfie like that? Would you have asked someone else to take the photo had you been there? Were you able to find out how old the baby they're holding is? How long has it been since you last had the opportunity to hold a baby? Where is it that you happened to do that? Did you get the chance to take a picture with the baby that you held then? Would your friend let you hold their baby if you asked to hold the baby? Don't some people get anxious when they give their child to other people to hold? Have you noticed that men tend to look more awkward than women when holding a baby? Do you get a little nervous right when you see babies being picked up by a man? Have you ever seen anyone that almost accidentally dropped a baby? Shouldn't they have tried to be more careful? Did the baby notice it right when that happened? Didn't you feel lucky that nothing bad happened? Are they ever concentrating hard? Is that a game you would enjoy playing? Can you tell me if the one guy wearing the suit has already moved his king? Have the guys playing noticed the kid wearing the hat there watching what they're doing? Does it look like they have just begun playing the match that kid is looking at? Did you figure out whether the kid wearing the baseball hat is going to be playing the winner of the match they're playing now? Is it all right if you give them suggestions while they're playing? Wouldn't they get annoyed if you started doing that? Did they tell him that they don't care if he keeps watching as long as he doesn't say anything? Does it appear that the man facing you is being very patient and waiting for the other person to make a move? He must be thinking of what he's going to be doing next. Have you been able to figure out who it is that seems to be winning? Do people playing chess tend to talk a lot while they're waiting for the other person they're playing to make a move? Would that ever be annoying? Had you been there, would you have asked to play the one who wins next? Are you able to stay calm even when people are watching how you're playing a game? Did they say they don't care who is looking at them while playing as long as they keep quiet? Does she seem to be taking notes while the teacher is in the middle of teaching? Wouldn't it have been easier to take notes if she had been sitting at a desk? Is that what she'll have to study before taking the test the teacher plans on giving tomorrow? Did you ever know anyone who didn't need to take notes in class? In what class did you tend to take notes in the most? Is the reason why you took notes because you were afraid you might forget what they were teaching? Did you ever share the notes that you took with other people that were taking the same class? Are the notes that you take generally better than notes that other people you know take? While taking notes, did you usually wind up using a pencil so that you could correct any mistakes later? Did you take notes because you were afraid you wouldn't remember things that were important? Don't you wish you were so smart that you didn't have to take notes? Do you usually wind up writing down anything that you feel will be important to review later? Don't you wish you had a better memory? If you had a better memory, would you have been able to get better grades in the classes that you took? I imagine that she'll throw away those notes she took right after taking the test. By the way, have you been taking notes on the conversation patterns I've been teaching? What a beautiful instrument. If you had to choose either the piano or the violin, which one would you choose to learn first? Is there any other instrument that you know that you would look forward to learning to play more? How long would it take you to play so that some of your friends would be impressed? Do you find that music that's played on a violin sounds really romantic? Were you able to figure out which one of those instruments would be more difficult to learn? Had you been able to play the violin well, would your friends have been really impressed? Who is it that you know that plays one of the instruments you see there in the photo? I bet that their parents must have paid a lot for the lessons when they were young. Would you ever think of trying to learn to play an instrument by watching lessons on YouTube? Isn't that a cheap way to see how well you may like learning it? Would you try that before you're able to get enough money to get private lessons? Is that ever a beautiful cup and saucer? If it cost less than $30, would you be tempted to buy the cup and saucer you see there? How many spoons of sugar do you generally ask them to put in the coffee you order? What else do you have them put in the coffee you order when you're out? Do you put anything in the coffee you drink at home? Don't you find that iced coffee tastes refreshing on a really hot and humid day? Don't they tend to put the sugar you ask for in right before they begin to make those designs in the coffee you see? Is the design made in the cup something that you could do? I don't see how they're able to make the design you see there. They must have to practice it a lot before they wind up being able to do it well. I imagine that the coffee they offer tastes better than other places that are near there. Is it even worth paying extra money so that they make the coffee look so delicious like that? Do things that look good taste better? People who are able to make those designs can't help but feel disappointed when people come up and just order coffee without cream. What other design would you like to see someone make besides hearts? Did you find out what it is that she's drinking? Did she tell you when they asked her what she wanted to drink that she said it didn't matter what they gave her to drink? Was she happy to drink anything that they gave her? Do you wish you had been there to talk to her? Is there something special that you'd like to ask her? Doesn't she usually have something interesting to tell you? Don't you find the stories she tells fascinating? Have you known her ever since you were a little kid living near where she has a house? Was she someone that you could go to talk about any problems that you happened to have? When was the first time you began to realize that she was a good person? Were the kids she had already grown up by the time that you first got to meet her? I doubt if there is anyone that has ever had any problems with her. Don't you wish you could see her more now that you've moved away? Didn't it seem to you that she had time to talk to you even when it seemed that she was busy? Didn't all the kids who lived in your neighborhood used to love her? She was so nice and thoughtful to everyone. Do they ever look like they're in love? Which one of them seems to be the happiest? Do you find that you feel happier most of the time more than the person you love? Have you got any idea what it means whenever they put the veil like you see there over both of their heads? Is that something you see people do where you live? It must be something they do at some ceremony. Have you got any friends who might be able to explain what it all means? If you had a veil, who would you be interested in doing this with? Who is it that you wish would ask you to join them so that they could do this? Do people who do this end up giving a kiss to the other person under the veil? How do you like what she's wearing? Is it what they have her wear while she's in the military? I bet that it is extremely comfortable to wear. How long has she been sitting there and just relaxing? Doesn't she wish that the person she's waiting for would show up soon? Don't you wonder if she's been waiting there for someone she has fallen in love with? Would she feel disappointed if the person she's waiting for doesn't show up? Are the flowers planted next to her something they let you cut and take home? Have you figured out what type of flower it is? Are you going to ask her what she'll be doing right after her break is over? Is that where you enjoy going to sit down when you have a few extra minutes to rest? Do you usually bring something to drink just in case it gets really hot out there? How terrible! There must have been some tragedy that occurred there. Does that photo of the child ever make me feel sad? Is there any way that you can find out what happened to that child? There must be a reason why it is that the child pictured there fell down like that. I imagine that there must have been something really bad that happened. I wonder if the child was accidentally shot by someone. Somebody must have put that there so that people wouldn't forget what it is that happened. Don't you wish you knew what had happened? What is it that she's going to be doing with the water she's boiling? Is she trying to keep her hands warm at the same time that she's boiling the water? It must be a bit cold outside there. Did her mom tell her to boil the water so that they could have something hot to drink? Doesn't she wish they had had a gas stove to use in order to boil the water? How will she be able to tell when the water starts to boil? How many minutes will she have to wait before the water is hot enough to use? Is there extra wood there that she can use just in case the fire begins to go out? Was the fire started before she even got there? Is she far enough away from the fire so that she doesn't get anything from the fire on her dress? Does that ever break my heart? Who in the world would have her do that? Is she watching where she's stepping so that she won't step on anything dangerous? If your daughter had to do that, what would you do? Wouldn't you have done something to make sure she didn't have to do that? Are the things she collects worth a lot of money? Is this what she's got to do instead of having the chance to go to school? Her family must be extremely poor. Have you figured out what it is that she's interested in getting there? Did you ask her if she happens to go there even when it's raining? Did she tell you that it doesn't matter if it rains or not? She has to go out to try to make money. Did you notice if there's anyone else that's near there that might be able to help her? Isn't it a shame that some kids have to grow up doing things like this? She must really look forward to getting out of there so she doesn't have to do that. Is the guy hanging from the rope putting the sign together? Does it appear that the sign is put together in a few parts? Does it look like he's almost finished putting it together? Doesn't he need anyone else to help him put it together? Do you have any idea how it is that he is joining those panels? He must be using something simple and strong to join them. I imagine that it is really strong so it won't come apart when it gets windy. Had you needed the money, would you think of getting a job like that, hanging down on a rope like he's doing? Would you tell them that even if they gave you a lot of money, there is no way you would do it? I don't care how much money they would offer me. There is no way that I would think of doing that. If he ends up falling down, is that helmet he's wearing really going to help him? Don't you wish you had teeth as beautiful as that woman has? What thing would you use that picture to advertise? Would it be something that you would buy? Don't you think that that would be a great ad for a dentist to get new customers? If they could make your teeth look that good, would you go to that dentist? What is it that those birds looking at her in the cage must be thinking. All the birds seem to want is something to eat or drink. Isn't she the one that is supposed to be giving them something to eat and drink? Does it appear that they don't get why she isn't giving it to them? Do the birds have any idea that she's trying to give them away to someone that may want them? I bet that they can't believe that she has decided to give them away. If she had offered them to you, would you have taken them? Did she tell you that she has trouble taking care of them since she travels so much? Does she find it difficult to get people to take care of them while she is gone away? What a beautiful outfit. I bet that they must be really expensive to buy. Where all do women wear outfits like the one she's wearing? She must be proud to wear it. Is it something that any of your close friends would wear? Did she tell you that the outfit was given to her by her mom on her 21st birthday on June the 8th? Does the handbag that you see sitting next to her match the outfit she has on? Do you find that that flower she has in her hair goes well with the outfit she's wearing? Is there anyone that you know that wears anything like that? Is there anyone that you know that would look good if they decided to wear an outfit like that? Good job.